I started feeling poorly when I was 12, just very tired all the time. I had lots of sore throats and things like that. And basically that carried on all through my teenage years until I was 18. I just got there was periods where I would sort of go up and down, struggled with school and things like that. And then after like a big trauma when I was 18, my health really, really deteriorated and I collapsed and I was in hospital, unable to walk, using crutches, not able to look after myself at all. And finally at 18 I was diagnosed then with ME, which was a relief because all the way through you're told you're just lazy, there's nothing wrong, there's no clinical symptoms, we can't do anything to help you, go away, silly girl, sort yourself out, and just felt so frustrated. So to get a diagnosis in the end was a big relief. And then when I'd got the diagnosis I was able to then sort of start to move on and think, okay, well, how am I going to deal with this? What am I going to do? Me and my mum visited a lot of different sort of people that offered different sort of solutions and things, but nothing ever really worked. Tried lots of supplements and things like different diets, all things like that, but never really got a long-term result. And I also went to quite a lot of ME support groups, and it was through then, although I didn't like the ME support groups, I found it was a lot of people sitting and moaning about how rubbish they felt all the time, which I just didn't want to do. I was 18 and wanted to be happy and be a normal teenager. Eventually I met somebody with the same condition, and he had got in touch with Ron and Linda, and that was when I started the Smile Qigong when I was probably about 20. So I've been going quite a few years now, and it was a slow recovery, but being able to learn about ME and the sort of triggers and sort of warning signs and things like that, and speak to Ron and somebody and Linda that had it themselves. And the actual classes were really good. In the beginning I couldn't stand at all. I had to sit on a chair in the corner, but I was still able to do it, even just a little bit. I found just going and being able to just do the little that I was able to do eventually meant I could build up. And the first time I was able to stand for an hour through the whole class was amazing. It took me like a year to do, but it was brilliant. Well, at its worst, as I said, I was in a wheelchair. I was admitted into hospital, and had to be taught how to walk again, because for over 2 months I'd not been able to move my legs at all, just couldn't remember which muscles did what, and I was taken into the rehab unit at City Hospital. But again, nothing, it sort of got me back on my feet, but nothing long term. My mum had to feed me at times, I couldn't wash my hair or have a bath, couldn't go out. I lost my career to it. I started university and had to give up university to go into hospital. Boyfriends and stuff got fed up with me, didn't want to have a girlfriend that could just lie on the sofa all the time and do nothing. And it was, like I said, it was just a really gradual recovery, but I never thought I was going to be able to go on to have a normal life and a job, a full-time job and a baby. I never thought that was going to be possible. It wasn't instantaneous. I think I felt more positive very quickly, because I felt that somebody finally understood and was offering me a solution. It wasn't hundreds and thousands of pounds. It was something that I could actually do just by going to a class and having some treatments and stuff. It was something that I could actually, see myself being able to achieve. So I felt more positive very quickly, and just sort of very slowly just able to do a few bits more, and then I'd have Ron stop reminding me, don't go out and go absolutely mad and waste it all, try and sort of help yourself out as well. And it was probably took a year to get to where I am now, but well, not to where I am now, but to a point where I could sort of start to lead a normal life again. I'm always I do tend to, I think we attract each other as sort of fellow ME sufferers, and lots of people that I do meet, they've said, what's made the difference for you, and I really think that the Smile Qigong's been very important in my recovery. Definitely recommend it to a lot of people, so it's definitely worth giving it a go, because it made such a difference for me.